welcome to episode 1 of Terrace Talks. This is the show that I shoot stuff on my terrace and do different segments. Obviously, if you don't know who I am, that's probably normal because I'm not famous. This video is being shot very professionally by my brother right now. Say hi. They can't see in the front camera. Just scream hi. Okay, cool. It's really creepy and weird. Anyways, let's start with the first segment of the show. My views on the news. On Friday, 27th of March, IT firm Cognizant announced that they will be giving a bonus for their employees working in India and the Philippines, and almost a 25% raise on their basic pay in recognition of their extraordinary continuity of service even among the outbreak of the COVID-19. When sent by a survey group to check on the employees on what they were doing extraordinary, they were found banging plates and spoons on the top of their terraces even after the curfew was over. Recent studies have shown that turning off your microwave can help in boosting your Wi-Fi speed. On hearing this news, Vodafone users started selling their microwaves so that they can at least start using Internet Explorer. In a report by GQ, Apple just sold someone a pair of shoes. Yeah, shoes that they manufactured in the 90s for their employees for a rough sum of $16,000. That's almost 11.3 lakhs in Indian rupees. On seeing this report, the National Institute of Mental Health, or NIMHANS, let go of 3 of their patients, stating that they were mentally stable compared to the idiot who just bought a pair of shoes for 11.3 lakh rupees. Or a 30-40 site in Bangalore. A couple of seats in management quota in the Anand Sagar College of Engineering. In latest news, UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson was tested positive for COVID-19 last Friday. Doctors say he will recover soon and he'll be healthy in no time, only to start acting like a maniac who won $1 million jackpot. Moving on to economic news, the world economy is now moving on to sports news. The 2020 Tokyo Olympics was cancelled a few weeks back following the outbreak of the coronavirus. The announcement was made by Prime Minister Shinzo Abe himself. Now, the biggest news that's bugging a lot of Indians is that the IPL is postponed until further notice. But from various news sources and sources here on Terrace Talks, we have found out that the fast pacers Ashok Dinda and Ishant Sharma have announced that they'd rather have the IPL cancelled rather than the Olympics, because they told that they'd find some kind of success in the 100-meter dash rather than in bowling. In latest news, former Friends star Jennifer Aniston helped Selena Gomez get over Justin Bieber. This was great advice coming from Jennifer's side, considering the fact that she's been divorced twice and is planning to marry her first husband, Brad Pitt, again. In a recent report, the death rate in Finland due to the coronavirus went by -1. It's a really suspicious and creepy thing. So we have our ground reporter in Finland right now. Can you hear me, ground reporter? Yeah, can you take over the news right now with your selfie camera and rapping skills? Okay, cool.
Hey yo, G, I'm present here in Finland. This is your ground reporter, reporting with facts. Yeah. Not sure if this is a pandemic or an apocalypse. Finland here, we're facing their strategy. They have all gone crazy with this possibility. They think the man was engaged in some sorcery, or probably he was just an infected zombie. People are clipping balls over quarantine, while this -1 guy is busy balling chicks. All strike there, Mr. Stop this shit. All the doctors have here is studying this bit. This -1 guy is an absolute teething. Who defies death and goes away? I'd rather that than being your ground reporter, cause your balls a bitch. You're hiding in your office when I'm doing this work with my selfie camera. Oh shit, it's a cause, got an abracadabra.
Wait, did he just die? Oh, it doesn't matter.
ಏ ಥೂ ಲೋಫರ್, ಒಂಚೂರು ಫೋನ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಈ ಕಡೆ ನೋಡು.
Have you ever looked directly at the sun and thought, Jesus fucking Christ, my eyes are going blind? Well, introducing sunglasses. Don't look at the sun directly without them, you ugly piece of shit. I'm going on to my colleague Susie. Hey Susie, what the fuck are you doing? Susie!
happening, guys? So welcome back to the show. So this is a segment of the show where I usually take one particular topic and try to speak about it as candid and as normal as possible. Of course, the most relevant topic right now is the coronavirus, so I had to write down a few points. Of course, I've written down a few points in here that I'd like to talk about. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but I came down from the terrace because it's afternoon and it's really hot, so I don't want to get my ass burnt out there. First of all, of course, you've already heard about a lot of people who are talking about the coronavirus and how it has affected them. But the topic that I really want to talk about today is how people are panicking and what kind of protocols and what should people actually do during such a crisis, during such a pandemic. But if the one thing that we've realized right now is that the healthcare is one of the most important factor that is responsible for a good governance right now. Good governance should always have a good healthcare system. That's what every government should look up to. That's what every government who is coming up to power, who asks for votes. That's the biggest thing that they want to talk about. So that is the most effective thing, and I think that's what we are able to see how healthcare is really needed in such a time. And it's only during times of such a pandemic do we realize that how much healthcare is important to everyone in the world. So instead of talking about how healthcare is important, I want to just throw a few things that are happening around the world in relation to the coronavirus. So one common thing that no country has right now until today is that there is no epidemic response system. There is no pandemic response system that has been developed. So if there is any emergency that's happening, if there's any pandemic that's happening, there is no team to suddenly go up and look after that. Of course, we have epidemiologists, of course, we have scientists who are looking up for everything, but there's no emergency response team who is ready to go directly and go contact with everything that's happening. So we don't have that thing. Let's take Italy for example. Now Italy has one of the best healthcare systems in the world. It's number 2 in the world according to WHO after France. France is in number 1. But we're seeing how many people are being killed right now, how many people are dying due to the effect of the virus right now over there. Of course, the US has now exceeded the number of deaths in Italy, but that doesn't change the fact that USA is also one of the countries that provides the best healthcare systems in the world. Now, what was the problem over there? Is it that they didn't have healthcare system? No. The problem what happened over there is that the people didn't respond to what was happening, even though the people didn't cooperate with the government. That's what happened. So that's exactly what will happen in our country as well if we do not take up that stance. Let me take Ebola for example. Ebola broke out a few years ago, and almost during its decline, around 11,300 people had died due to the virus. But I really don't want to say this, but I feel like we're kind of lucky that the virus didn't hit urban population, because the numbers would have been much more higher, because it's 11,300, because it only struck the cities of New Guinea, Liberia and Sierra Leone. And I guess that if it had hit the cities, then the numbers would have been much higher, and that would have caused a lot of problem. And the problem here is there is still no vaccine, there is still no cure for the Ebola virus till date. And also the only way that the Ebola virus was transmitted was through blood transfusion and body fluid. So it's not as commonly done as this coronavirus, which is spread through touch, spread through the air. So that's the thing. But the people, they are much alert and much precautious right now compared to the times of the Ebola virus. And one more thing that no one really paid attention to was Bill Gates' TEDx talk that he gave around in 2015 or 16, I guess. So I watched that TEDx talk a couple of years ago, and then I realized, like, of course, this is the big thing. Why is nobody paying any kind of attention to it? And then I realized now now that clip has become very viral, that TEDx talk about Bill Gates stating how we are not ready for the next epidemic. Of course, now everyone is like, of course you should have listened to him, you should have listened to him. Like, why aren't you listening? Things happen, now we can't change a lot of things. So that's one thing. But forgetting the past, so I think we are able to see a visible deterioration in the healthcare system all around the world right now. So we can see doctors and nurses running out of health equipment, I don't know, ventilators, isolation wards. Basically, everything, all hell is breaking loose right now. And although most of the people are sticking to protocols, staying at home, washing their hands, there's a particular group of people who really don't care. There is over-enthusiastic Indian uncles. They really don't care about what's happening. They're like, I eat anna sambar, nothing is going to happen to me. So I know a few people like that. And now look, if I just have to provide a few thoughts about what's happening right now, I would say that there are a few people who are working their asses off at the moment, who are essential workers, are municipal workers, the doctors, the policemen, people who are working in hospitals 24/7. We all know the people, and anyone, these COVID-19 volunteers, anyone who's looking for the welfare of the society, so they're working their asses off. I think it's just a good stance if we stay at home and make sure that they do their work properly and not go in their path. But here's my request to everyone who's watching this properly. I don't know, I know that I'm a nobody who's going to provide this thing, but if there's one thing I have to tell is that you shouldn't panic. You really shouldn't panic. You already know the drills, that you have to stay at home, you have to wash your hands, you have to sanitize as much as possible, don't go out, social distance. You all know, everybody knows the drills by now, but then there are a few people who still decide to break the rules and don't want to go about what's happening. But here's the one point that I have to tell is that what we do outside our hospitals will directly influence what is going to happen inside those hospitals. So, and I know that I want to tell that everything is going to be okay, it's all going to be okay, but I really am not sure if it's going to be okay. And it's all really in our hands, both literally and figuratively. Thank you.